Good morning, everyone. My name is Nigel Purcell, and I work for Engie New Ventures. That's the corporate venture capital arm of the French utility Engie, a global power, gas, and energy services utility based in France. As I said, the three pillars of our business are power, gas, and energy services. And what we realize is that we're going through a huge revolution of how our businesses operate on a daily basis. We characterize those with three trends: decentralization, digitalization, and decarbonization. In particular, the impact of digitalization on our industries is profound. I like to liken it to an avalanche, slowly starting, creaking, and suddenly building up into a wall of change. The utility business is a slow and early adopter today of digitalization. There is much change and disruption that can happen, something that we're not aware of. Essentially, in 5 to 10, 15 years, we don't know or we won't recognize the industry that we operate in today. So it's important that today we make plans and we make sure we prepare for the future. And that's one of the reasons for being here today: to speak to startups, to speak to VCs, to speak to other CVCs. What's your vision of what our industry is going to be like? The point is that the blurring of lines, especially on the value chain, as to who our competitors and who our partners are, it's not so clear anymore. So we understand we can't do it on our own, and we're here to listen to what you guys have to say. Why CVC? Clearly, and I say this with the greatest of humility, not all the clever people work for Engie. So we want access to this external innovation ecosystem. We understand that in the garages, in the kitchens, in the incubators and accelerators of Berlin and beyond, you have all these fantastic ideas being developed. People like yourselves thinking about ways to disrupt our industry and the way it operates today. And we want to speak to you. We understand that it's important to build collaborations, to have a little nibble of what the future is going to be like. And we can't do that on our own. So that's one of the reasons for CVC. We understand that we can't buy everything. We don't have unlimited pockets. We can't do M&A. And VC allows us to have a little nibble, as I said, and to see what's out there, to build a partnership with various different startups, for you to get to know us and us to get to know you. It's essentially an extended due diligence process in many regards. Now, who are we? We're a fund. We're 166 million. We invest in clean tech investments. But I guess the key point that I'd like to say is we've been going since 2014. We have 18 different investments in power, gas, and energy services. And for us, I'd like to just point out our governance. We have a ring-fenced fund. That's corporate speak, which means that we're independent from the corporate cycle. It's not that if VC goes out of fashion, that suddenly our fund disappears. We have our own investment committee, meaning that for our investments, we think that speed is key. We don't have to go to the ComEx of Engie for every little decision. We have our board that meets once a month, and with that, we make our investment decisions. So we get back to you quickly. And we think that it's really important, especially that startups don't get caught up in the churn of a big corporate and their decision-making process. So, let me go back there. What do we offer you? So, maybe I'll start with what we don't offer you. We don't offer you capital. What do I mean by that? For good ideas, you guys can find capital anywhere. What we are is investors in later stage companies that have a product, have a viable product, and essentially are pivoting from being an R&D and getting their act together to wanting to scale. What we bring is an organization that has a presence in 70 different countries, a recognized brand name, existing teams already set up. What we bring is, in a nutshell, access to the market. So we're what you call a strategic corporate investor. We have done, as I said, 18 investments. And what we do is we don't invest without the support of a BU. So if we come to you and do an investment, we already have a BU that's interested in putting your product, service, business model, technology, whatever it is, into their product offering as we speak. And the key point is that we make that happen. Another thing I'd like to point out is that we don't back two horses in the same race. Meaning if we pick yourself, you're our solution for that particular problem or that particular product throughout the group. And you get pushed group-wide to all our different BUs. We have 24 BUs, numerous countries contained in these BUs. We have X million of customers. We're not a bad partner to be with. So as I have time, one of the examples I wanted to give was Kiwi Power, just to give an example of the type of partnerships that we have. So with this one in particular, it's a UK company. We have a partnership with, I think, Belgium, the Netherlands, UK, and France. We use their technology under a white label product called in France as we speak, and we're developing another couple of products with them in the UK. The key point is that, I'd just like to reiterate it, we'd provide access to the market for companies willing to grow. Thank you very much.